Hola a todos. Hello everyone. My name is Hallanna and I am here to talk about a leadership study I did on why there's plenty of reasons to still like Dwight Eisenhower, that is. From general during World War II, president of Columbia University to NATO Supreme Allied Commander of Europe, and ultimately as the 34th President of the United States. These were the many titles that he possessed throughout his career. Dwight was coined by the public as a do-nothing president, but that is far from the truth as his contributions prove otherwise. So let's dive into this leadership topic. There are different types of leadership styles. Dwight's style, recognized as servant leader type, he would put the needs of his people first, whether to help them develop themselves to their utmost potential and prosper while fighting to maintain peace. He believed that leaders are not elected to rule but to serve and support. Eisenhower's leadership style has been defined by character traits and behaviors he exhibited throughout his different roles. His best leadership skill was the art of influence. But the question is, what made Ike want to lead? His character drive can be described by different motivational families, such as the visionary, learner, optimizer, and achiever. These traits initiate goal-oriented behaviors to move forward and complete tasks. With visionary and learner, Dwight sought peace, hence why he was also coined as the champion of peace. He wanted those around him to fight and defend democracy. That is why every trip he would take and every assignment he would take on, he would make the most out of it to learn about his surroundings. He also believed that it was always beneficial to surround himself with people who knew more than him because he would learn something new every single day. With Optimizer and Achiever, Eisenhower was the type that barely had time on his hands and wanted to always get things done. His planning and organization skills were made famous. He ensured that his followers were efficient but detailed, and when it came to his tasks, Eisenhower had a priority process where he would identify what was urgent and required his immediate attention, and what was less time sensitive and could be attended to at a later time. This became known as the Eisenhower Matrix. However, this matrix was not the only contribution he made to society. Dwight lived through both World War I and World War II, which created the arms race. Submarines and atomic bombs were introduced during these wars, and the need to be more advanced and organized resulted in the creation of NASA and the Interstate Highway System. With NASA, Dwight wanted to show that the intent of space exploration was not meant as another reason for weaponization, so he wanted an organization that would be ran by civilians, for the pure purpose of science. With the highway system, this came from Eisenhower's extensive knowledge and experience on the study of roadways for military tank movement. He also witnessed how Germans were able to move swiftly and understood that if there was another war that would break out, he would want for the innocent to be able to escape. So Dwight understood that the roadways in the States were still somewhat underdeveloped, and this system would become a huge economic boost. Another contribution that Dwight was made famous was focused on the youth. He wanted people to learn to be diplomatic in their ways, to continue to foster peace and lower rising tensions that were happening at the time. A way to cultivate this idea was the people to people student ambassador program, where students would go on local and foreign exchange programs. And with that, greatness comes with great responsibility, but also shortfalls that may not be obvious to the leader. While being in the spotlight, Eisenhower preferred to be reserved, taking on the role of a silent leader and do things quietly behind the scenes, which this may not be always suitable because others may feel the need to speak out of order and overshadow the president's intent. That's where Senator McCarthy came in with his accusations of disloyal members whom he considered communists. McCarthy brought a hysteria, or also known as the Red Scare, about communism embedded in the states without having any evidence, and the movement became known as McCarthyism. Dwight's inactions to silence or control Senator McCarthy allowed for people to lose trust in President Eisenhower. And the key to being a leader is to have trust among your followers. So finally, what is leadership? It is to be dedicated, to put your mind and soul into it, to be thorough and have courage and fortitude, while also being humble and have an overall understanding of the power of persuasion and be able to be an example at every level to all. And that is why I still like Ike. I hope you enjoyed this presentation as much as I did. Thank you and have a good day. Goodbye.